He loved his life. He loved America. He loved nature, which helped him always bring him closer to God. He loved the Chicago Cubs. And my goodness, did he love the Oregon Ducks. Want me to say go Ducks, so I have to since they play on Saturday. So go Ducks. But most of all, Charlie loved his children. And he loved me with all of his heart. And I knew that. Every day I knew that. He made sure I knew that every day. Every day he would ask me, how can I serve you better? How can I be a better husband? How can I be a better father? Every day. Every day. He was such a good man. He still is a good man. He was the perfect father. He was the perfect husband.
Charlie Kirk's wife, Erica, has been remembering her husband and his legacy 2 days after he was shot dead during a Turning Point USA event in Utah. And it's no secret that political violence is a growing problem in the United States. On the eve of the election last year, the Center for Strategic and International Studies, a military-focused think tank, found that the number of domestic terrorist attacks and plots against government targets motivated by partisan political beliefs in the past 5 years is nearly triple the number of such incidents in the previous 25 years combined. But this trend started years earlier. In early 2011, a man opened fire on Arizona Congresswoman Gabby Giffords as she met constituents. She was shot in the head, but survived. 6 others died, including a federal judge. Later that year, a man opened fire on the White House with a rifle after reportedly telling friends that President Barack Obama, quote, had to be stopped. In 2017, a gunman opened fire on members of Congress practicing for a charity baseball game. 4 people were injured, including Congressman Steve Scalise. Just 2 months later, a white supremacist drove his car into a crowd protesting a neo-Nazi rally in Charlottesville, Virginia. 35 people were hurt. 1, Heather Heyer, was killed. In 2018, the so-called MAGA bomber mailed 16 pipe bombs to politicians and public figures. He later pled guilty to 65 felonies. In 2020, 14 men were arrested for plotting to kidnap Michigan Governor Gretchen Whitmer over her COVID restrictions. And then there was January 6th, the Capitol insurrection. Trump pardoned or commuted the sentences of all of the roughly 1,600 convicted and accused rioters. In 2022, Paul Pelosi was critically wounded by a home invader wielding a hammer. The assailant had reportedly been looking for former House Speaker Nancy Pelosi. And then last summer, a would-be assassin fired a shot at Donald Trump as the former president spoke at a campaign rally. 2 months later, police would arrest a man stalking Trump at a golf course. He, too, reportedly planned to assassinate the president. And this year already, there was the firebombing of Pennsylvania Governor Josh Shapiro's residence in April. The next month, a man fatally shot 2 Israeli embassy staffers near a Jewish museum in downtown Washington. And then in June, a gunman posing as a cop went to the home of Minnesota State House Speaker Melissa Hortman, killing her, her husband, and their dog. The gunman also critically wounded State Senator John Hoffman and his wife. In August, an anti-vax gunman fired more than 180 shots into the CDC headquarters in Atlanta. This is just a partial list. It does not include the politically motivated mass shootings that killed dozens in Charleston, in Orlando, in El Paso, in Buffalo, in Pittsburgh. But this isn't the first time the United States has been racked by political violence.